the bicycle has traditionally been seen as the poor man's mode of transport, so to speak. But now with the introduction of the electric component to it, it changes the whole aspect of what a bicycle is. We were used to the black mambas, and now we are bringing a whole new bicycle that has components that are equally as effective to someone who's riding a motorcycle. My name is Felix Odhiambo. I am the head of fleet at eBee Africa. And eBee is an electric bicycle company that operates currently in Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda, with huge ambitions to spread all across Africa within the next few years. And our main mission is to push the agenda of electric mobility and sustainability across the African continent. So what we do basically is promote electric mobility, and we have three main propositions at the company. There's one where we do sell electric bicycles to commuters and to delivery riders across our different markets. We also do bike rentals, whereby if you're a business and you're interested in booking or coming to get a bicycle for rental services, we also do that. And our last proposition is a full service delivery, where we specialize in last mile delivery services. We work with partner companies like the Bolt Foods, the Uber Eats, the Glovers of this world, to be able to deliver packages, food, and other packages to their end customers. So more details on the full service delivery is that the main focus of this proposition is to create job opportunities for women and youth. And the whole process starts from onboarding, where we recruit riders from all across the works in terms of if you've left school, if you're middle-aged, if you're looking for a job. We are able to connect you to a job opportunity where you come to us either organically, you come to our office, or you register through our online platform, our website. And then we have a whole training process that happens once we get your details. You're trained on how to become a rider. You're trained on aspects like customer service, on how to ride a bicycle. You're trained on different aspects of safety, traffic, etc. After that, then we do test rides with you to see how confident you are on the road. And then after that, we give you all the assets that are required for you to do your job. An electric bicycle, a charger, battery, a delivery bag, a reflector jacket, a helmet, all assets that without paying a single cent to help you get on the road and start earning. And so our main focus that we've seen since we started is riders who have recently left school. Some of them are not exactly trained, do not have some background training in terms of college or university. They're given an opportunity to earn. And I think that is, we are able to see impact in what we are doing with our fleet service. And then the riders are onboarded on either of all the platforms that we work with. We have contractual relationship with all the partners who reach out to us at every point in time that they need riders to be able to boost their supply. And then we're able to assess our rider base, look at who do we post where, and then the riders are assigned to their respective platforms, and then they start immediately. And then they're off, they start earning. The main advantage that you have with riding on eBee Fleet as compared to being an independent is that, number one, you do not have any upfront cost in terms of assets. So that means that all the assets that you're given belong to eBee as a company. So you're entrusted with a whole electric bicycle that is quite costly, and you're entrusted with a bag and everything else. You're given accident insurance that in case you're riding on the road, you're able to be insured. In case you get into an accident, eBee works with a partner insurance company to be able to cater for any accident situations amongst any of our riders. Luckily, for the last 1 year, we've had maybe 2 or 3 cases, and because of our emphasis on our training. So we do 2 to 3 day onboarding training for any new batch of riders that are coming on board. And that helps us to be able to create sensitization to the riders on how to obey traffic rules, what to do when they're in different situations on the road. And that really helps to give the riders that mindset of now they're in this situation where they need to be responsible, they need to be self-aware on the road, and as they carry their orders to the clients, they also need to extend that same courtesy to customers. So we have an assembly plant for all eBee bicycles. So both the cargo bike, so we have a cargo bike that is specifically used for delivery. It has a carrier on it and a payload of about 50 kilograms that is able to carry all varied types of weights that our riders carry to their customers. And then we have another commuter bicycle that is called an EBX. That is more of the leisure daily commuter type of cyclist. So we have an assembly plant for all our bicycles in Tilisi, or on your way towards Limuru, where we get parts we import parts, and then all the assembly is done here. And then once the bicycles are assembled, they're brought here to our head office at Kilimani, where now all the issuance of the bicycles is done to all the riders. We have a whole workshop here, and the interesting thing about our workshop is that 50% of our mechanics are female, which is a very good thing, because eBee is pushing a lot on that particular agenda to empower the women folk and just to be able to push ladies in that line of male-dominated lines like mechanic and such types of jobs. So what happens is that from the workshop here, all the bicycles, in case they get breakdowns, whether it's punctures, brake replacements, etc. gear issues, all that is done from our hives. So we have 3 locations. We have one at Kilimani, one at Westlands, and another one at Lavington. And then we are opening others soon as we are expanding our services. So that really helps to be able to ensure that as the riders are delivering their their packages across the city, it happens in a much more seamless way. Because the bike has a battery that goes for about 80 to 90 kilometers in terms of range. So when that range is depleted, riders are able to go to any of our swap stations, whether at Kilimani, at Lavington, or Westlands, and then do a swap in a matter of minutes, and then they're back on the road. And that ensures that we are able to create reliability and availability to all the platforms that we're working with. Because basically we are offering a logistic solution as a third-party logistics provider, guaranteeing the availability of riders as and when the platforms require them. Currently, when we initially started as an electric bicycle company, we were faced with this challenge of the mentality of Kenyans as far as a bicycle is concerned. The bicycle has traditionally been seen as the poor man's mode of transport, so to speak. But now with the introduction of the electric component to it, it changes the whole aspect of what a bicycle is. We were used to the black mambas, and now we are bringing a whole new bicycle that has components that are equally as effective to someone who's riding a motorcycle. The best thing about this particular bicycle is that you have no fuel costs, which is a major advantage if especially you're doing delivery service. Repair and maintenance costs are quite low. Unlike what you would see with a motorbike, you have to do oil changes and such types of maintenance activities, which are completely not on this bicycle. So in terms of cost, there is a lot of benefit that anyone who uses it, either as a rider or just for normal commute, would be able to benefit from. So what we do is that we encourage guys, both our riders and our general customers, to be able to see that benefit, that value proposition that would come from getting either of these bicycles. So from the sales side, initially it was an uphill task trying to penetrate the market. People were initially very undecided as to what exactly this is, but over the last 2 years that eBee has been in operation, we've seen considerable uptake. Traction has been quite good. And that's a very reason why we're expanding right now. We've expanded to Mombasa. We've launched Mombasa in the last week. And then we have our eyes set on different markets. We're in Uganda, in Rwanda as well. And then that really gives us motivation. The feedback we get through our online platforms shows us that there is a mental shift that is happening as far as people's perspective of bicycles is concerned. And we keep pushing and changing the mindset and just creating that paradigm shift as far as the bicycle is concerned. As far as bike purchase is concerned, so we have 2 models of payment. Number one is that you can do an upfront purchase of the bicycle at our locations. Secondly, we have Lipa Pole Pole type of payment plan, whereby you can do a daily payment or a weekly payment that goes towards paying off your bicycle after about 18 months. With a deposit of 8,500 shillings, you're able to walk away with your bicycle. So if you're a middle-class person who go to your office, we would definitely recommend our EBX that really suits that type of just commuting from home to work. If you're doing your weekends at Karura and your normal cycling, not too much, you don't want to get tired. So the advantage of it is that the bicycle has a pedal assist, means that you're able to, you do not spend too much energy when you're cycling. The moment you start to cycle, there's a boost that comes from the pedal assist through the battery power, and then it gives you that thrust, and you're able to feel it as you're riding on. So the bicycle also has like 3 power modes. So it has low power mode, medium, and high. So depending on the terrain that you're on, you're able to set those power modes to suit the particular pace and the particular riding style that you desire. So with the battery as well, there's a large battery that goes for 50 to 60 kilometers and the extra large battery that goes for 80 to 90 kilometers. So it has a 7-speed gear. So definitely as you're going up the hill, you definitely have a lot of support in terms of how you're changing gear up and down. And that really helps you in terms of reducing the effort as far as riding is concerned. The frame of the bike is also suited for women as well. So it's a unisex type of frame that enables even a woman who's wearing your long skirt, that you can be able to cycle without necessarily feeling a bit funny. Yeah, so there's that comfort that goes with it. So one of the main missions that we have as eBee is to really promote employment among the youth. Yeah, as I mentioned on the onset, is that we are targeting in creating 150,000 jobs, and right now we have a fleet size that is quite big, upwards of 300 plus. And we are looking to grow that number significantly more as we are increasing our partners. And we know the delivery space in Kenya has gained quite some traction in recent years, and it's only growing. And so eBee is playing its role in terms of using this sustainable mode of transport to enable young people who do not have the outright amount of money to buy, say, a motorcycle or to buy a fully fledged electric bicycle, to be able to own that and to have a share of that delivery earnings that is happening within that space. So currently we are open in terms of job opportunities. Go on to our online webpage, www.ebee.africa. Go to delivery section. There's a form there. Fill that form with all the details, and then our onboarding team will be able to reach out to you because the opportunities keep coming, are recurring, because it's a space that is very dynamic. Things are changing very fast, and there are others who are moving from that space, so the opportunities are constantly being created. So if you're a young person out there who you don't have a job currently and you're keen on getting something, I urge you to go to eBee's webpage, go to our social platforms on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and just reach out to us, and someone will be able to communicate with you with the next steps of the recruitment process.